The core of quantum now manifestation is to be able to create your reality according to what you actually desire to live, to breathe, to wake up to every day, to wake up to the bank account you want, to wake up to the home you want to be in or the homes you want to be in, to be able to travel the world if you love to travel the world, to be able to work on your soul's mission every day and not sacrifice who you came here to be at all. And if you look around, all around the world, I have traveled all around the world. And what I have witnessed all around the world is people sacrificing their life and their every single day for a job and a lifestyle that they do not want. And I believe I was given these opportunities to see, and I fully did not take those opportunities for granted. I fully allowed myself to see the world and to see what is going on out there. And one of the first things I noticed is that people are disconnected to themselves. Number one, people are disconnected to themselves. So if someone feels disconnected to themselves, or if you feel disconnected to yourself, it makes it very difficult to then discover your soul destiny and your deeper purpose in life, your deepest purpose, in fact. So when you allow yourself to fully give yourself permission and space and time, so that would mean if you have to tell people in your life you need sacred time and space, who else could tell them that? Who else? It's your responsibility, number one. It's your responsibility to tell them that you need that sacred time and that sacred space for your own discovery, to connect with who you are. So you must give yourself that time and space in order to wake up to who you are in your quantum now reality. Now, the reason why your quantum now reality is so important, because it's giving you all the clues you need in your reality. If you allow yourself to view the entirety of your life in your day-to-day, you're able to see all of the clues that are being reflected to you, and you are being given a mirror through life to show you how you can go deeper into yourself. This is first and foremost, is that you must come into contact deeply with who you really are first, before you can create an ideal reality for yourself. Because how could you create an ideal reality if you are not in deep and intimate contact and unshakable contact with who you are? Because if you just create ideal realities, okay, which you might think are ideal, based off of an egoic construct of who you are, then you are not creating realities based off of who you really are, your essence of being. So this is the first step to quantum now manifestation, is that you must come into contact, come into deep resonance with your being. And when you first even acknowledge that's what needs to occur, then in that moment, you're acknowledging this calling inside of yourself that's saying, come home to your being. And you're allowing this calling to take you deeper, to take you within your home, to take you within yourself. So this is the first step. Now, you might say, I already know who I am. I am connected with myself, you might say, and I know who I am. But I just want to create my ideal reality. So for you, it's different then. For you, you are asking yourself the question, what is my soul's mission upon the planet? In knowing who you are, now what is your soul's mission upon the planet? And are you offering your soul's mission upon the planet? Are you transmitting that? Are you creating that for yourself? So this is a very different place to be, because this is a creative space. This is a space of aligning with who you already are, and allowing your essence to really speak through you, and allowing the fullness of you to come through, so that you can create your ideal lifestyle and life through the creation of your body, of your soul's work upon the planet. So the first stage is knowing yourself, is your self-realization. You must come to your self-realization in order to then earn your opportunity to then give an offering of your soul destiny path to the world, and to bring your unique force of nature to this world. And this is an honor. This is a gift to be able to contribute, to be able to give from your essence of being, and to allow your life and your lifestyle, right? The style of your life, your way of being, the way you move each day, the way you imagine your highest reality to be. So this flowers then from your self-realization. This flowers from your body of sacred work. And then that alone really begins creating a magic from within you, as you honor who you are, as you don't sell out, as you don't sacrifice yourself, as you don't disembody your soul's path. And this is important because often in this life that's very modern, and there's all sorts of joyful things about modernity that are beautiful and exquisite and magnificent. But then there's also parts of this modernity that for ancient souls can feel very disorienting or distracting. But remember that those parts of the reality are for you to use for your discernment. They're not inherent distractions. They are energies that you can observe, and you can discern for yourself what is actually good for your spirit, healthy for your spirit, empowers your spirit, and what isn't. And so as you continue moving on your path, these things become more obvious to you. And as you stay true to yourself, it is easier to discern. So in your quantum now reality, what you can look at is, am I as expansive as I can be in my reality? Or are there parts of the reality that feel restrictive to me, or that don't match what you would ideally want for yourself? So this is a way to open yourself to your highest expansion and your highest vision of what you can create without holding yourself back. After doing this work for many years and teaching and guiding, mentoring beings, and sharing openly my teachings and my wisdom, something I've seen very much upon the path for beings is that there can be a holding back of expansion because of fear that if you expand, let's say it's towards money, towards wealth, towards even higher lifestyles, higher octaves of lifestyles, that can somehow take you off of your path. And this can be true. This can be true. That can happen. That is a possibility. But it's not inherently wrong, nor does it have to take you off your soul path to go towards wealth, to go towards abundance, to go towards success. And I think this is something that's a big confusion and that scares a lot of people on their path. And so moving towards more expansive realities, moving towards more money, more wealth, more ability to live the lifestyle you want, it's not against your soul path, but many beings have this belief that it may take them off their soul path. And this is for many different reasons that this arises. But when you really dive into it and you really look to see the core of what it is, it's really, in its essence, expansion and wealth and abundance and moving towards your highest timeline. It is an expression of the expansion of your spirit when you allow it to be. And when you're making decisions that are rooted from your spirit, that expansion that occurs can only destroy ego identities that still exist within you. So the only thing that you can lose in your expansion is ego attachments. That's it. That's all you will lose in the process of moving towards more money, towards more expansive and beautiful, magical lifestyles, into the home of your dreams, into multiple homes, into traveling the world, into all these different things. And so in my experience, there have been beings that are just yes towards expansion, don't see anything wrong with it, are so excited about it and love it and grow through that process. And then there are beings that feel very resistant towards it and feel that somehow they might sacrifice their soul in some way. And so you have to discern your unique path. You have to discern what is good for you. But for sure, you should highly, highly question any energies that are keeping you in constricted states of being within yourself or in constricted realities. So what is a constricted reality for? A constricted reality or state of being is the same thing. If you experience a constriction, it is an indicator for your spirit wants to expand. And so when you allow your expansion, you'll probably have to go through a lot of uncomfortable things in order to expand. This is a natural process of expansion, right? It's like the seed breaking through the shell and turning into a plant, a flower, a tree. So imagine what that seed of an oak tree or a sequoia had to go through to turn into those trees. Imagine that process of expansion. But imagine if it only stayed as a seed, that experience of only staying as a seed, or the seed dying, right? Never taking root at all. That's the expression of that tree doesn't come into its full manifestation, its full glory, its full essence. So think in your own experience, do you constrict your powerful essence from expanding, from allowing your energy to rise, to naturally rise, to shine, to be seen, to be shared, to be loved, to be expressed? All of it is, there is an innocence in expansion, a really big innocence in expansion. And if you can feel that innocence and expansion, and you don't put all these negative things on top of it, then having more money, if you've never had money, or expanding into higher levels of abundance, of prosperity, of anything that you want, of any lifestyle that you want, of any career that you want, of any job that you want, any expression that you desire. Every desire, even if you practice the path of non-attachment, full non-attachment, let's say you practice the path of non-attachment and you have a desire arise. Well, if you decide to manifest that desire in an inner experience of non-attachment, have you experienced that? Have you allowed yourself, if you are on the path of non-attachment, then if a desire arises within you and you manifest it, is it inherently wrong? Now, you should see there should be an energy that arises of an attachment to not be attached. So discern this right now in your field. Desire in and of itself, desire is innocent in and of itself. But once you start placing all the negativity, all the thoughts, the beliefs, and the concepts on it, that's when you start to bog it down. That's when it becomes a heavy burden of attachment. But when you're light and explorative, curious, and allowing and open in your experience, you won't hold these harsh judgments on your own exploration of self. So it's important for you to discern what's right for you, what's good for you, and allow your self-inquiry to go deep and to discern from the truth of your being, from the wisdom of your being, what is true for you. So when you allow yourself to do that, you will always come to the correct answer for your path. And something I love about the quantum now is that it's always revealing everything that needs to be seen in your quantum now reality. And when you allow the fullness of your quantum now reality to give you all the information, then, and you use that as a reflection of experience for you, then you will always be cultivating your wisdom and your discernment, because you will see everything unfolding and the wisdom of your unfolding. So this is really about trusting your process in the quantum now, and then pushing yourself beyond a normal level of comfort and allowing yourself to go into the edges of what can feel uncomfortable, so that you can find out, well, what happens then if I push beyond this edge? What will happen if I do that? maybe something magical will happen. But you have to find out for yourself. You have to push beyond what you normally allow and open your field of awareness. Because if you just stay in the sphere of reality that you allow yourself to be in, and you don't allow yourself to go on the outer edges of the reality, then how could you know what the other side might look like? You have to take it for a ride. You have to take it for a spin. You have to find out for yourself. This is where your boldness of your spirit is so important. To be bold, to be courageous, to take the risk. What risk have you taken lately? And allow yourself to take that risk.